Hi everyone, my name is Little Ling. Welcome to my vlogs in Marketing Dynamics. Today I will take three concepts from the module to analyze. First is pesto, second is poster fifos, and the last is squid. And about the exam of the concepts, I will choose Nike company to analyze. Firstly, is about pesto. I find that it's reasonable to use to analyze about the macro environment of companies. As we see in the screen, this is the first line about the PESTEL model. PESTEL model stands for the initials of political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environment. Firstly, we talk about the political factor. About the political of Nike's company, as we know that the United States it is Nike's home country, so to speak, has fantastic policy for growth. We are especially valuable to this corporation. This include low interest rate and well-arranged international tax agreement. As a company that produces and sells physical goods, Nike is, however, always subject to change in tax and manufacturing laws. Various political conflicts can always make custom-related process difficult and prevent import and export. The next factor is about economical. The economical factor determines the economy, the performance by examining economic growth, exchange rate, interest rate, unemployment rate, the state of the country's infrastructure, taxes. This factor affects the purchasing power of customer and could change the demand of supply dynamics for the market, which in turn affect the price of product and service. In 2020, as we undergo another economic kick-off to implement of the COVID-19 pandemic, to counterbalance the negative outcome of store closure, Nike has supported operation toward its e-commerce business. About the social factor, most users have become brand conscious. They associate Nike with quality and stature. This brand awareness helps the business. Users become health and fashion conscious. Every year, the number of people visiting the nearest gyms to maintain the health, body, and style is increasing. This growth has helped the Nike increase sales as they switch to buying shoes and clothes for themselves to look sporty. Next factor is about technological. Thanks to technology, companies can evaluate in many ways. Many of them are customer interactions, product design. In particular, Nike is doing a good job for using social networks to attract and build brands. Thanks to social networks, they can also optimize the search of target customer, thereby offering optimum measure in production and maximizing the revenues. The last factor is legal. It shouldn't surprise you to hear that, like most massive corporations, Nike also dodges a substantial amounts of tax. In recent years, there hasn't been too much of a crackdown on this, but it is still valuable to consider. Also, Nike occasionally meets legal repercussions for its shady marketing practice, which include false discount. And now let's analyze the poster FIFOS method. This concept is suitable for micro study. Michael Poster developed the FIFOS analysis model to understand the impact of external factors on a business. In the case of Nike, these FIFOs point to competition as one of the most important external factors. Founded in 1964, the company managed to retain its leading position in the international industry environment. However, the forces and corresponding externalities listed in this FIFOS analysis must be among the strategic considerations of Nike. Firstly, we talk about the bargaining power of supply. The bargaining power of Nike, the supplier, is low because they have a lot of manufacturing plants in lot of countries. As a result, Nike is barely under pressure from suppliers. Suppliers do not comply with the standard says Nike easily to choose as a supplier. So suppliers will lose a lot of revenue. So Nike always has the right to keep a close eye on supplier. The second, the bargaining power of Nike's buyer is low to moderate. Although Nike has a lot of competitors as Under Armour, Adidas, or Puma or Reebok, but Nike focus on performance and design. This is why it has been able to build good customer loyalty. This reduces the bargaining power of individual buyers, which is low to moderate. About the threat of substitute products, it is moderate for Nike. There are some several brands in local and international markets that make low price shoes compared to Nike. This brand offer low price substitute products for Nike. To some extent, this threat is moderated by the quality and design of Nike products. About the threat of new entrants, the high cost of brand development makes it difficult for new entrants to succeed in competing against larger firms like Nike. Also, the high economies of scale provide Nike with a competitive edge against new entrants. Considering the company's global productions and distribution network for its athletic shoes, apparel, and equipment, the moderate cost of doing business further limits new entrants' the ability to disrupt the industry environment. And based on this element of the Firefox analysis, the threat of the new entry is a minor concern of Nike. And lastly, about the level of competitive rivalry. The level of competitive in the sport industry is high. Some of the major competitors of Nike, like Adidas, Under Armour, and Puma, brands invest a lot in marketing and other things. The number of top players and direct competitors of Nike is low. However, that makes the competition even intensive. Overall, the level of competition in the industry is high. Lastly, it's about squad concept. It have some advantage, but they have also limitation. One of some limitation, as we see in the slide, as price increase, input raw material, government legislation, economic environment, and internal limitation. About the advantage, they can build organization the strengths, reserve its weaknesses, maximize its response to opportunity, overcome organization the threats, and it helps in identifying core competencies of the firm. As we see in the slide, I have listed some factors in strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. And the last I will summarize. Nike is a giant organization competing in a touch market, but it is doing incredibly well. With its extremely powerful brand and low cost, Nike has been able to net several billion of dollars on basis. Unfortunately, Nike is very dependent on the US market and is little diversified beyond the footwear and sport market. Nike needs to watch out for threats associated with this weakness and other such as tax clampdowns and counterfeiting. Thankfully, Nike has several opportunities for growing its business, including making the most of the rapidly expanding sportswear market. That's all in my presentation. Thank you for listening.